News Services Division of All India Radio presents Employment News.
Welcome to the program Employment News. I am Ramya and with me is Abhishek.
Today we will be discussing about some vacancies in NTPC Limited, Department of Urban Planning, Chandigarh Administration and All India Institute of Medical Sciences, Kalyani, West Bengal.
NTPC Limited, India's largest power conglomerate, has an installed capacity of 62,918 megawatts. Applications are invited from energetic young diploma engineers with brilliant academic record to join this organization for Pakri Barwadi Coal Mining Project, Jharkhand, Chhatti Bariatu Coal Mining Project, Jharkhand, Keredari Coal Mining Project, Jharkhand, Dulanga Coal Mining Project, Odisha, and Talaipalli Coal Mining Project, Chhattisgarh, under Coal Mining Region of NTPC Limited. 40 vacancies in mining discipline, 12 vacancies in mechanical discipline, 10 vacancies in electrical discipline, and 8 vacancies in mine survey discipline. Eligible candidates have to apply through online registration system of NTPC only. To apply, visit www.ntpccareers.net with your valid email ID. The site is functional from 10 a.m. of 23rd November 2020 to midnight of 12th December 2020. Candidates are advised to keep the email ID which is to be entered compulsorily in the online application form active for at least 1 year. No change in the email ID will be allowed once entered. All future correspondence would be sent via email only. In case of any ambiguity or dispute arises on account of interpretation in versions other than English advertised in newspaper or employment news, English version given in the website www.ntpccareers.net will prevail.
Applications are invited from central government or state government or union territories or public sector undertaking or autonomous organization for filling up one post of senior town planner Group A on deputation basis, including short-term contract in the Town Planning Wing, Department of Urban Planning, Chandigarh Administration. Applications duly complete in all respects should reach through proper channel to the concerned authority within 60 days from the date of its publication in Employment News. Detailed terms and conditions are available in the advertisement and uploaded on the website www.urbanplanning.chd.gov.in and www.chdpr.gov.in.
Online applications from Indian citizens or persons registered as overseas citizens of India card holder under Section 7A of Citizenship Act 1995 as permissible under the applicable act or rules are invited for the following faculty posts on direct recruitment basis in various departments in All India Institute of Medical Sciences, Kalyani, West Bengal. The online registration of application along with other information will be made available on AIIMS Kalyani official website, that is www.aimskalyani.edu.in. Link for submission of online application in respect of the posts. One post of Professor Physiology, one post of Professor Microbiology, one post of Professor FMT, one post of Professor Medicine, one post of Professor Pediatrics, one post of Professor Psychiatry, one post of Professor Anesthesiology, one post of Professor OBS and Gynae, one post of Professor Ophthalmology, one post of Professor Orthopedics, one post of Professor ENT, one post of Professor Surgery, one post of Professor Pulmonary Medicine, one post of Professor Transfusion Medicine, one post of Professor Radiodiagnosis, one post of Professor Radiotherapy, one post of Professor PMR, one post of Professor Gastroenterology, one post of Professor Medical Oncology, one post of Professor Neonatology, one post of Professor Nephrology, one post of Professor Neurology, one post of Professor Cardiology, one post of Professor Pediatric Surgery, one post of Professor Surgical Oncology, one post of Professor Burns and Plastic, one post of Professor Dentistry, one post of Additional Professor Anatomy, one post of Additional Professor Biochemistry, 2 posts of Additional Professor Microbiology, 3 posts of Additional Professor Pathology, 1 post of Additional Professor Pharmacology, 1 post of Additional Professor FMT, 1 post of Additional Professor Pediatrics, 2 posts of Additional Professor Anesthesiology, 1 post of Additional Professor Dermatology, 1 post of Additional Professor OBS and Gynae. 1 post of Additional Professor, Ophthalmology, 1 post of Additional Professor, Orthopedics, 1 post of Additional Professor, Surgery, 1 post of Additional Professor, Transfusion Medicine, 1 post of Additional Professor, Radiodiagnosis, 1 post of Additional Professor, Medical Oncology, 1 post of Additional Professor, Neonatology, 1 post of Additional Professor, Pediatric Surgery, 3 posts of Associate Professor, Physiology, 1 post of Associate Professor, Anatomy, 1 post of Associate Professor, Biochemistry, 2 posts of Associate Professor, Microbiology, 1 post of Associate Professor, Pathology, 1 post of Associate Professor, Pharmacology, 1 post of Associate Professor, FMT, 1 post of Associate Professor, Medicine, 1 post of Associate Professor, Pediatrics, 2 posts of Associate Professor, Anesthesiology, 2 posts of Associate Professor, OBS and Gynae, 1 post of Associate Professor, Ophthalmology, 2 posts of Associate Professor, Orthopedics, 1 post of Associate Professor, ENT, 3 posts of Associate Professor, Surgery, 1 post of Associate Professor, Pulmonary Medicine, 1 post of Associate Professor, Transfusion Medicine, 2 posts of Associate Professor, Radiodiagnosis, 1 post of Associate Professor, PMR, 1 post of Associate Professor, Neonatology, 1 post of Associate Professor, Endocrinology, 1 post of Associate Professor, Dentistry, 1 post of Assistant Professor, Physiology, 4 posts of Assistant Professor, Anatomy, 2 posts of Assistant Professor, Biochemistry, 2 posts of Assistant Professor, Microbiology, 6 posts of Assistant Professor, Pathology, 3 posts of Assistant Professor, Pharmacology, 4 posts of Assistant Professor, Community Medicine, 2 posts of Assistant Professor, Medicine, 2 posts of Assistant Professor, Pediatrics, 3 posts of Assistant Professor, Anesthesiology, 1 post of Assistant Professor, Dermatology, 1 post of Assistant Professor, OBS and Gynae, 2 posts of Assistant Professor, Orthopedics, 2 posts of Assistant Professor, Surgery, 2 posts of Assistant Professor, Pulmonary Medicine, 2 posts of Assistant Professor, Transfusion Medicine, 1 post of Assistant Professor, Nuclear Medicine, 2 posts of Assistant Professor, Radiodiagnosis, 1 post of Assistant Professor, Radiotherapy, 1 post of Assistant Professor, PMR, 1 post of Assistant Professor, Gastroenterology, 1 post of Assistant Professor, Medical Oncology, 1 post of Assistant Professor, Nephrology, 1 post of Assistant Professor, Neurology, 1 post of Assistant Professor, Cardiology, 1 post of Assistant Professor, Endocrinology, 1 post of Assistant Professor, Neurosurgery, 1 post of Assistant Professor, Pediatric Surgery, 1 post of Assistant Professor, Surgical Gastroenterology, 1 post of Assistant Professor, Surgical Oncology, 1 post of Assistant Professor, Urology, 1 post of Assistant Professor, Burns and Plastic, 1 post of Assistant Professor, Cardiothoracic Surgery, 2 posts of Assistant Professor, Dentistry. The last date of online submission of applications will be 30 days from the date of publication of the advertisement in Employment News or Rozgar Samachar. The hard copy of the submitted online applications have to be sent along with self-attested copies of certificates or documents in support of fulfilling eligibility criteria within 15 days from the last date of receipt of online applications through speed post or courier, etc. For other detailed information, kindly visit the official website www.aimskalyani.edu.in or mail on the ID recruitment@aimskalyani.edu.in.
Information about these vacancies has been published in Employment News. There are more vacancies in the journal. If you wish to read about these employment opportunities in greater detail and more, you may refer to the job journal titled Employment News for Information in English, Rozgar Samachar for Information in Hindi, and Rozgar Samachar for Information in Urdu. It is published by the Publications Division, Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, and is made available on every Saturday.
With this, we come to the end of this program. We will meet again tomorrow at 4:20 p.m.
You were listening to Employment News. This program was produced and presented by the News Services Division of All India Radio. You can listen to it on a mobile app, News on AIR. This program is also available on our website, newsonair.com. You may email opinion about this program at airnsdtalks@gmail.com with Employment News as subject.